Tonight, we're learning more about the suspect in the deadly shooting at a Christian school in Wisconsin. 15-year-old Natalie Ruppnow. Police are combing through her social media accounts and discovering that Ruppnow apparently had a lot of interest in neo-Nazi ideology, neo-Nazi violence. Police also found searches about mass shootings, images of guns used in past attacks. And while a lot of the focus over the next days and weeks will be about her motives and state of mind, first and foremost, we have to remember the victims. A teenage student, as well as a teacher, shot and pronounced dead at the scene, with 6 others injured. 2 remain, by the way, in critical condition. But tonight, I also want to take just a few minutes to talk about the person who's been front and center from the beginning, the Madison Police Chief, Sean Barnes, who made his 4th appearance before the cameras in less than 36 hours at a news conference this afternoon to provide the very latest.
The last 24 hours have been a flurry of emotion, sadness, anger, disappointment, grief for the Madison community. We were brought together by a tragedy, and today 3 families woke up this morning to a world without a loved one. And that can never be outdone. In the midst of this tragedy, our community has come together in an incredible demonstration of support from Madison and indeed the state of Wisconsin and our nation.
He has been a professional, sympathetic representative for a grieving community. Yes, he's also been honest and out front about the facts, what he knows, what he doesn't know, even admitting when he gets it wrong. He issued a clarification today, a correction, about his initial claim that a 2nd-grade student had called 911 to report the shooting, when in fact it was a 2nd-grade teacher.
It seems as if a call came from a 2nd grader. It actually read, the call came from a 2nd-grade teacher. That was a mistake. That's my responsibility, and I apologize, and I clarify that today. It did not come from a 2nd grader. It read 2nd-grade teacher.
And, who knows if it was actually his fault. He's taking responsibility. And that's the kind of mistake that's going to happen in a fast-moving situation like this. The important thing is to be transparent, open about it, to own it. But ultimately, what we want most from our law enforcement officers after something like this, we want them to make us feel safe, right? A lot of times they do it by kicking down doors and putting themselves in very dangerous situations. But sometimes they can make us feel safer and protected by just letting us know they're there. During his 2nd news conference yesterday after the shooting, Chief Barnes did just that.
As someone who was a former public school teacher, teaching history for 4 years in a public high school, as someone who's a father, this is a tough day for me. It's a tough day for our community. It's a tough day for everyone. It's a sad day. It's a day that will be certainly etched in the collective memories of everyone in Madison, and just another example of what can happen in our country.
That's something that's so important to remember about law enforcement. So many of them are part of the communities they serve. They feel the hurt that everyone else does in the community when tragedy strikes. They feel the pain. But while they deal with their own pain, we look to them to comfort. And Chief Barnes is a shining example of how they can do it with a reassuring presence and even a message of hope.
As a community, we must not allow violence or any act of violence to define us. We refuse to allow hate or destruction to win in this city. But rather, we will honor our survivors, our victims, through love, support, and the Madison way. Please continue to take care of yourself and take care of each other.
Well said, Chief. Well said. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.